Espinosa with Bert Ruiz as my camera operator and with Jacob as my color analyst as we are about to start another matchup of District 32 4A, and this time for boys in boys basketball for the Port Isabel Tarpons and the Hidalgo Pirates, as Port Isabel will start off with the ball going left side on the left corner. Looking, can't find anyone going on the left. Back near the arc and way behind the arc this time, and in there is number 4, Denise Lozano. He's fighting, trying to find space for open. Gus Sanchez is in the way, has no choice but to pass it. Left corner ball tipped high in the air, almost taken away by the Pirates. And Port Isabel keeps the ball. 7:17 left in the first period. If you have friends who are interested in watching this match, ladies and gentlemen, you can find us on Facebook or YouTube. All you have to do is look up Rio Sports Live. Make sure it is Port Isabel Tarpons against the Hidalgo Pirates. As points no good, taken away by Hidalgo, and Gus Sanchez with that layup, and it's good! Pirates draw first blood.
Nice layup there. Exactly what the Pirates want to do. Go up early, get the crowd behind them. You talk about, Port Isabel, they were able to pass the ball off, and now another turnover. They were able to pass the ball around, though, but we weren't able to get a good shot off, and so now, ball's right back to the Pirates. 6:30 remain here in this first quarter, and early momentum shift right now to the Pirates.
And the Pirates are going to need it as best as they can, as they have a big matchup with the 18-plus win Port Isabel Tarpons. Meanwhile, the Pirates only with 10 wins. However, both teams doing good in district. Both teams undefeated in district. Only one of them can stand undefeated here as it goes on. As Hidalgo will score another point, that'll make it 4-0 for the Pirates.
Let me tell you something. This place, when the crowd gets behind the team, it becomes very hostile and very difficult to play here. And how about that right off the bat? 6 points scored in this early going. Just impressive play.
6 points. Gus Sanchez with that second layup, all thanks to a turnover with the help of their scoring Pirates. And timeout is called immediately in the first 3 minutes of the game by Port Isabel. Go ahead. I'm sorry, Jacob. Go ahead.
Exactly. Port Isabel needs to just make sure, A, they wake up, and B, just come back from this and make sure that they don't get down by any more, because this is very easy to come back from.
Couldn't agree more with you, Jacob, and it is going to be tough for both teams because this is district, and it is going to be a very competitive for a playoff spot with Port Isabel on a 5-game win streak. On the other side, however, we have the Hidalgo Pirates currently on a 3-game win streak. Let's see who breaks the streak here with Port Isabel. That is Cole Pinkerton passing the ball, tossing it high in the air, almost lost by Lozano. Pass directly over to number 12, Daniel Rivera, is now going back to Lozano, and another end round, this time going to Pinkerton. Ball pass to Lozano from the right side. Can't find anyone. He's being covered tightly by the defense as Hidalgo has to pass it to the left corner. Hasn't been able to get inside the paint at all in this match. The one time they tried to go in the paint, caused a turnover with 5:20 left in this first quarter, in this first period. And the first layup attempt of the game for Port Isabel, no good. On that rebound is Kyle. And a hit against the Hidalgo Pirates. That'll be a foul against Port Isabel.
First foul of this game. One thing that we haven't seen just yet is Hidalgo High. They can get hot from the 3-point line. They have been very successful. And another thing is as well, as I also want to talk about, is the depth of this team.
Whistle was blown on the foul, and High was able to get the layup. Good effort by Hidalgo Pirates, taking an 8-0 lead.
Very impressive there. But once again, just one thing to also keep in mind is the substitutions for Hidalgo. We might see a lot of them because of how big their team is in general. They have enough depth to just keep on putting out fresh legs and keeping this team as fresh as possible. And just working to that with our bench.
Something something that we really don't see much in basketball, or we really don't see much in high school basketball, is how good is the bench being able to give your starters a break. The San Antonio Spurs were able to do that back in the 2014 season where they were able to win the championship. We'll see how the Tarpons are able to handle it with not that many people on their roster. And turnover, Gus Sanchez. Gus Sanchez very fast, and a layup is good!
Fast break play, exactly what you want to do. Just make sure to get down the court as fast as possible, and that's exactly what I've been able to see even from that tournament. You can get burned easily if you're playing against them just due to the fact of how fast they get down court on either side.
Julio with that layup, and Kyle on the attempt, no good. Clock will stop at 3:54. Port Isabel gets the ball, and there to check it down is going to be Pinkerton. Pinkerton trying to find somebody, finds a open Rivera. It'll be a pass. Pinkerton from the right corner, 3-point attempt, no good. Rebound is good by Robert Toledano. Roberto takes the ball back, whistle blown, looks to be a foul against Hidalgo, so Port Isabel gets the ball. Clock stopping at 3:40. As Pinkerton has the ball again, has to pass it, and he finds an open Jason Lowe. And Lowe passes it directly to Lozano. Pinkerton getting there quickly. Has the ball for most of the time for the team, and called shoving against Port Isabel. Pinkerton doesn't like it. Gus Sanchez likes it though, as he gets the ball back.
Offensive foul, good call there. It's just one of those things where it's very, just like we saw in the ladies' game. It's been very difficult to get inside of the paint, and when you can't do that, well, turnovers happen, and then things like that happen as well. Another three-pointer just like that.
Three-pointer, Gus Sanchez, the first three-pointer of the game for Hidalgo, and it goes directly to the team, to the Hidalgo Pirates, making the score 14-0. Ball going directly out of bounds, and that'll go in favor of Hidalgo with substitutions coming in. And for Hidalgo Pirates, Angel Lopez is going to come in and give his teammates a break. He'll check down the ball. Passes it over to Sanchez, and going high into the air, another three!
And just like we talked about, when this team gets hot from three-point land, normally they don't stop. And that's exactly what we might start to see, 17-0. Kind of a shocking early score, but now looking at a free throw, and that might be the first points for Port Isabel.
And that was a defensive foul against Hidalgo, grabbing the right arm of the player. Pinkerton's going to have a chance for a free throw attempt. That one will be good, so the shutout ends here with 2:36 left in the first period. With Port Isabel scoring their first points of the match. Pinkerton's going to have one more shot on the free throw, and that one just gets in. Clock will start as soon as the ball is passed inside the court, and it is with 2:35 left. Ball taken away. That's Pinkerton. He's going to try and find someone inside the paint. Slipped. Recovered by the Tarpons. Good improvisation. Pinkerton, one shot for a three-pointer on the left corner, and that one is good!
So you saw right there that whole start of the play. You'll see it again, that full court press. Now, I've seen it in the tournament here. A lot of teams, when you go that full court press, they weren't able to do exactly what Hidalgo were able to do. That's beat that full court press. So that's something to really watch out for throughout this game, is who can beat the full court press the most.
I'll tell you, losing your breath there, Jacob. Unbelievable play by Pinkerton on that three-pointer, but now good team effort by Gus and Kyle, being able to score a layup to increase their lead by 14 points, and Lozano's attack on the three beyond is no good. Kyle recovers it. Gus Sanchez has the ball. He's going to throw it deep, and it's just short, going out of bounds.
Sometimes those are things that you want to limit, and of course that's going to technically be a turnover, but just trying to get the fast break as fast as possible, get down the court, just like I said, because Hidalgo High are very capable of doing exactly that. They go for 2, no shot, and will be on the floor.
Looks to be a defensive foul against Hidalgo. Pink Prince is going to have another shot. He's already 2 for 2 on free throws. Can he make it 4 for 4 here with another substitution for Hidalgo? Just as you said, the bench playing a big role for Hidalgo. They're able to bring out fresh bodies and give their starters a rest.
Exactly. I remember in tournament play, I think it was as the second free throw was good. It was score, but either way, all the tournaments that Hidalgo High were in, they had to bring in extra seats. They did not have enough for that bench. Just like that, another 2.
And another layup for the Hidalgo Pirates. They'll bring their lead up. It's 23-8, pushing 21-8. And on that one was Julio with the layup, and you're right. And I mean, if you don't, the only thing that kind of reminds me of varsity football too. During the playoffs, the Tom Moore would bring the JV squad and the freshman squad just to watch, and you can see how big the bench got from there. And the turnover, it was attempted by Hidalgo. What's this? They're going to call the ball for Hidalgo. It looked like they might have pushed the ball out of bounds. Pinkerton's not liking it.
They did, but what happened was they said it was a little push off from behind, and that's going to be a foul against Port Isabel. It's going to be their 4th foul of this first half, which is already, 3 more fouls. Once again, you're in the bonus. Normally, you get to that 6th foul, and it's very dangerous. And of course, less than 30 seconds to go here in the first quarter. We'll see what happens.
And that was a three-pointer right there. I was going to talk about the foul, but let's talk about that 3. Julio with another 3-point attempt to help bring their lead up by 16 points.
24-8, just like that. We'll stay with Port Isabel. But just, going back to that 3-point play, it's fantastic what Hidalgo High have been able to do this season. Yes, they might look like they have less wins, but if you look at who both teams have played against, it has been more difficult team. Now that happened there right after the crowd reacted the way it did. The ball did get stripped for a second, and yes, if you're a ref, you don't want to call it just yet because guess what? The ball is loose. The player doesn't have possession of it, and that's exactly why there was no travel call.
I couldn't agree more. Fans not liking it, but rules are rules. And speaking of rules, we have to take a quick commercial break. We'll be right back here on Rio Sports Live.
Hola, les habla su amigo Benjamín Gómez, el alcalde de San Benito, invitando a toda la gente que venga a visitarnos aquí a San Benito. Crucen por el puente Los Indios, más bien conocido como el puente de Lucio Blanco. Visítenos a las atracciones que tenemos aquí en San Benito. Aquí los esperamos. Muchas gracias. Su amigo Benjamín Gómez.
Come see what the City of San Benito has to offer today. Business owners, visit the San Benito Chamber of Commerce and find out how they can help you be a part of the new and exciting growth the city is experiencing today. Supporting business, community, and the teams, San Benito Chamber of Commerce.
Hi, we're PSJ Southwest Javelinas, and thank you for watching Real Sports Live. J's up!
And we're back here, ladies and gentlemen, for the start of the second period. I'm Alex Espinosa with Bert Ruiz and the camera operator, Jacob as my color analyst. As Hidalgo gets the ball and going right into Sanchez's hands, he's going to pass it inside from the charity line, and that one is air ball going directly into the arms of Port Isabel. Unbelievable pass from inside the paint, and they're going to go in and no good. Layup attempt was no good. Whistle is blown.
Blocking foul right there, so it's going to be 2 free throws. Almost had an opportunity for a 3-point play. It wasn't able to sink that one, but of course 2 free throws will be well for him.
2 free throws for Peter Martinez, and first one slips and out of bounds, no good. We'll see if the second time is the charm for him. And Martinez, high into the air, arcing that one, no good. Ball rebounded though by the Tarpons, and their second and third attempt technically no good. The turnover by the Tarpons, Pirates rushing into the paint, and it slips out and no good, but the rebound for the Pirates again, fighting for the loose ball. Gus Sanchez passing it as fast as they can. Quick pass by Hidalgo Pirates. Ball tipped and taken away again. Fight for the loose ball is the Hidalgo Pirates. They're going to go inside the paint. Fakes it to the right arc. Right corner, no good. They're going to pass it inside, and slowly now Hidalgo's going a little bit slower. Trying to fight inside. They're going to go into the paint. Fakes it into the right corner. Has no chance of being too covered. Gus Sanchez is going to try his own shot. No good. Recovered by poor Isabel. Now when it's Martinez who missed the first 2 free throw attempts. Let's see what he can do to redeem himself here. Ball passes directly to Lozano on the left corner. Going directly to, looks like Pinkerton. No, that is not Pinkerton. That's Daniel Riza Jr. And pass inside. It's going to be out of bounds. No good. The ball will go directly to Hidalgo's arms.
Another turnover there. 24-8. 6:44 remaining in the second quarter. But once again, just talking about that defense from Hidalgo, and even that offense right there on those sequence of events, they were able to stay calm, were able to keep possession, which is always key, and try for a good shot. Yes, of course they didn't get it, but they didn't allow their opponents to get a shot. Nice two-pointer, just using his body to go around it. Well, have that mismatch.
Good 2-pointer for the Pirates, and now Fort Isabel trying to retaliate. That one's going to be no good. It's going to be recovered by A.B. Casas of the Pirates, and a deep pass for Johnson. Unbelievable three-pointer!
Once again, just getting hot from the three-point land, and I've seen that in the regular season, how much they can burn teams from three. It was a fantastic matchup, I believe, when they had to play against, if I'm not mistaken, PSA North in non-district play from that tournament, because it was back and forth. Both teams were scoring threes. Yes, PSA North ended up winning that, but just talk about being able to hang around with them and just score threes like that shows you how well this team is and maybe what type of run they can make late in the season.
Unbelievable layout right there by Lozano to help his team up, make it a 16-point deficit. The whistle is blown, and it's going to be some substitutions for both squads, as coming in is number 4 of the Hidalgo Pirates, Angel Lopez. 5:15 left in the half. Pass directly to Lopez. He's going to pass it over to Roberto. Roberto going left corner, going into the key. Hands it off Lopez. Lopez finding someone, and that someone is Gus Sanchez. Sanchez finding Kyle, who leaps for that catch. Lopez for a 3-point attempt. Good!
Lopez doing exactly what he can do off the bench. Scoring points, whether it being a 3 or being a 2. So it's a nice play there. Port Isabel on the other end sometimes just aren't able to score.
And for the record, I do apologize. That 2-point, that hit by Lopez was not a 3-pointer, but actually a 2-pointer. His foot was on the line close to me. Almost would have been a great 3-pointer. As the clock stops for 27 on the foul, Port Isabel will get the ball. Pinkerton coming back after going back into the bench after being fouled a couple of times. Pass it over to his friend Lozano. Lozano is meeting Lopez 4x4. Trying to get past him. He will. He's going to fight inside the paint. He's going to have another layup, and that one is good. Lozano giving all he's got.
Nice 2-pointer there for Lozano. And, well, exactly now, Port Isabel have to think about this playing defense, and that's a nice sequence of events there.
And if you really think about it, they're only down by 16 points. It's not that big of an emergency. They're not down by 30, which is good.
Yes, 16 points is still a lot, though, but it is, you would be able to come back from this 20. 16 points to us wouldn't necessarily be a lot, but then once it gets to 20, then that alarm kind of starts to go off for a team to say, hey, look, we have to put on our A game. We still have a half of basketball. I almost said football, but we still have a half of basketball left. And, well, we can still come back from it, even though the push is 20. We still have to think, well, we can come back from this. It is a bigger deficit than 16.
Now, question for you. You're down by 16 and you still have a few more periods to play. Would you go for threes or would you try to find a more conservative type of offense for this?
Well, my style of offense, or the culture even to me, is always just pass the ball around, even the perimeter to inside. Find the best opportune shot possible that you will most likely make, because that's really the best way. When you try to pass the ball around, guess what? It spreads the defense out and it makes it more difficult. Now, of course, passes out wide, very difficult. That's going to be an offensive foul. But you have to make your second chance opportunities when you need to. And that was a missed opportunity.
And a missed opportunity there for Port Isabel to be able to try and make it a 14-point deficit. Stays at 16. Gus passing it inside for Roberto. Roberto to Kyle. Kyle's going to fight from the right post. And is it good? Yes, it is! He'll get a free throw on his attempt.
A chance for a three-point play. And well, he's been spectacular so far. This whole team has. And using his body to really just kind of use it as a shield to give himself a bit of extra room to try and make shots. Yes, that free throw was missed, but on a 2-point attempt is exactly what you want if you're a coach.
Every point matters in this game, and for Port Isabel, they're going to need every point that they can get. Down 32-14. Ball tipped in the air. It is recovered by Pinckney. He's going to fight again for a layup. That one is going to be no good. Now Kyle with the rebound, trying to find someone open, and he finds somebody open. Going left side, pass down the middle for Roberto. Oh, and look, a wide open player from the left. Is it going to be a three? Close, but no cigar.
Well, great sequence of events there. Passing it off, finding the open man once again on the perimeter, which was actually, I believe it, Dwayne Zamorano. But that's what you want to do if you're a Hidalgo or any team, just fire that open man when the first double team's happening.
And I'm Coach Sanchez. Every second that the ball doesn't go to Port Isabel would also equal a win. Keeping the ball away from them is probably going to be key. As the ball going right corner. Deep inside pass from inside the circle. From the left perimeter. Going down into the three. No good. Recovered by Lozano. Lozano calling his players to get closer. He's being double teamed. Gus Sanchez trying to cover him, and whistle blown. Looks to be a foul, and that one's going to be against Hidalgo, so it'll be a free throw attempt. No, correction, it'll be ball back directly to Port Isabel.
Yeah, we'll be on the floor here. Only 6 fouls, so if you get that 7th foul, I guess you end up going into the bonus. So Port Isabel not in the bonus just yet, but Hidalgo High actually are in the bonus in this first set.
With a minute 17, Hidalgo High, 2 fouls away from what could be the bonuses, but we'll see how it goes here as another one-handed rebound by Kyle is going to go all the way to Roberto's arms from midcourt. He's going to try and find someone from the left. That's Lopez from the left corner. Ball high into the air, hits the rim, and it's taken away by the Tarpons. Tarpon going down inside the paint. It's no good. This time recovered by the Pirates. Turnovers on the last 2 plays for both squads. As another 3-point attempt going up by Zamorano, and that one's going to be no good. Both teams not having any success in the 3-point line since the first period. The last one that had that 3-pointer, memory serves me well, was Gus Sanchez.
So on that last fast break, basically, Port Isabel, they should have slowed it down just a second, waited for some help, and that might have been able to get something going. Now, we could see Port Isabel wait for the last shot here. Never mind, very possible if they did that, but instead it gets a quick 2.
Immediately makes it a 16-point deficit with 10 seconds left in the half, and it looks like Hidalgo's just going to run down the clock as best as possible, get that last shot with 2 seconds. The whistle stops at 2 seconds. The ball didn't go in, and it looks like Port Isabel is going to get the ball back with one last chance. And that's Pinkerton having the ball. He's going to throw a Hail Mary, and that one is intercepted. That'll end the first half. 42-16. Unbelievable defensive play for Hidalgo. Good offense by their players as well, but most likely the defense helping them out in this first half.
Yeah, very impressive first half for sure from Hidalgo High, just doing everything right. And, well, he made that difference in the first half. Now, Port Isabel is not out of it in any means, but still have an opportunity in this second half.
And we'll see how that second half goes. Only a 16-point deficit, and it could have been a lot worse if you're Port Isabel. I'm Alex Espinosa with Jacob as my color analyst, and Bert Ruiz is my camera operator. We'll take a break, and we'll be right back at the end of halftime.
A Piece of Cake by Ibarras in Harlingen is a sweet stop for cakes, cookies, and pastries. The best in town for specialty cakes made to order. Sweetbread, cookies, pies, or how about cupcakes? At A Piece of Cake by Ibarras, try a Texas-style cinnamon roll, or how about some tamales? Wedding cakes, graduations, you dream it and they can make it. The best in town is A Piece of Cake by Ibarras in Harlingen.
Be extra thankful this year with faster internet from VTX1. VTX1 Companies offers fast and reliable internet service throughout the Rio Grande Valley, even to some of the most remote areas. Take a slice off the cost with free installation. Gobble unlimited gigabytes with a service provider you can trust by calling 1-800-446-2031. VTX1 Companies, connecting you since '52.
Come see what the City of San Benito has to offer today. Business owners, visit the San Benito Chamber of Commerce and find out how they can help you be a part of the new and exciting growth the city is experiencing today. Supporting business, community, and the teams, San Benito Chamber of Commerce.
Imagine watching your favorite movie or sporting event on a 100-inch screen right in the comfort of your living room. See the big picture with great sound. Get a theater installed in your home today for just $29.99. D-Tronics for your auto, home, or business.
Whether you're visiting or vacationing at South Padre Island, be sure to book your place to stay with Island Services. Locally owned for over 40 years. Trusted, reliable for condo and beach house rentals. Call and visit the website today. Island Services.
Hi, we're Island Universities and thank you for watching Real Sports Live.
Everyone's a winner at Kano Auto Sales 2 in Harlingen. Choose from a wide selection and score big today on West Expressway 83.
Right now, how about this 2017 Alfa Romeo Giulia, loaded up with power everything, a rear camera, dual climate, and today it's yours, $1,000 down and just $450 a month. Or, how about this, a 2014 Ford Mustang at 48,000 miles, leather seats, a shaker sound system, aftermarket exhaust, steering wheel controls, and a 5.0-liter engine. $23,999 today.
Financing is available with lending for all types. Every deal's a winner at Kano Auto Sales 2, in business since 2002, Harlingen, Texas.
Sherryland ISD, a nationally recognized district focusing on quality and rigorous instruction where every child is immersed in a culture of academic success. A district dedicated to preparing our youth for the future. Our mission is to inspire, educate, and empower all students to reach their full potential and become leaders of the highest moral character. Sherryland ISD, excellence is our tradition.
Hi, we're Brownsville veterans, and thanks for watching Real Sports Live.
When it comes to window tint, nobody beats the pros at D-Tronics. That's because they use 3M window film. 3M film blocks 99.9% of the harmful UV rays with an SPF of 1,000. D-Tronics for your auto, home, or business.
Located in the historic downtown district in San Benito is Main Street Boutique. A perfect stop, great atmosphere, locally owned and operated, and new items coming in every day. Something for everyone. Main Street Boutique in San Benito.
At HCISD, we move the needle forward every day.
We'll blaze a trail for future generations.
It's not just about equipping students with skills for the future. We awaken their potential and empower them to make good choices.
No matter where you're from or where you're headed, there's a place for you to flourish at HCISD.
Sherryland ISD, a nationally recognized district focusing on quality and rigorous instruction where every child is immersed in a culture of academic success. A district dedicated to preparing our youth for the future. Our mission is to inspire, educate, and empower all students to reach their full potential and become leaders of the highest moral character. Sherryland ISD, excellence is our tradition.
Come see what the City of San Benito has to offer today. Business owners, visit the San Benito Chamber of Commerce and find out how they can help you be a part of the new and exciting growth the city is experiencing today. Supporting business, community, and the teams, San Benito Chamber of Commerce.
Fans, if you want to look your best at the next game, then let Chewy's Custom Sports go to work for you. From custom designs and graphics to mass production in-house. If it's hats, shirts, buttons, mugs, cups, banners, and more, then Chewy's is there for every team and every sport. A veteran-owned company in touch with the community. It's Chewy's Custom Sports in San Benito.
Located in the historic downtown district in San Benito is Main Street Boutique. A perfect stop, great atmosphere, locally owned and operated, and new items coming in every day. Something for everyone. Main Street Boutique in San Benito.
Hacienda Ford. Hacienda has it. Has what? Low monthly payments, a friendly buying process, and customer service like no other. It's simply a different way. It's a car buying experience you'll enjoy. With a huge Ford selection like Ford F-150s, Mustangs, Explorers, Escapes, the Ford Raptor, and a whole bunch more, buying a new Ford should be fun, and that's why we do it. Come see the difference at Hacienda Ford.
Hacienda has it.
Hola, les habla su amigo Benjamín Gómez, el alcalde de San Benito, invitando a toda la gente que venga a visitarnos aquí a San Benito. Crucen por el puente Los Indios, más bien conocido como el puente de Lucio Blanco. Visítenos a las atracciones que tenemos aquí en San Benito. Aquí los esperamos. Muchas gracias. Su amigo Benjamín Gómez.
Whether you're visiting or vacationing at South Padre Island, be sure to book your place to stay with Island Services. Locally owned for over 40 years. Trusted, reliable for condo and beach house rentals. Call and visit the website today. Island Services.
Cameras provide the proof you need if anything bad happens to your home or business. Right now, D-Tronics offers you camera protection for just $8.99 installed. Protect your life with high-performance cameras by D-Tronics for your auto, home, or business.
Whether you're visiting or vacationing at South Padre Island, be sure to book your place to stay with Island Services. Locally owned for over 40 years. Trusted, reliable for condo and beach house rentals. Call and visit the website today. Island Services.
At HCISD, we move the needle forward every day.
We'll blaze a trail for future generations.
It's not just about equipping students with skills for the future. We awaken their potential and empower them to make good choices.
No matter where you're from or where you're headed, there's a place for you to flourish at HCISD.
Come see what the City of San Benito has to offer today. Business owners, visit the San Benito Chamber of Commerce and find out how they can help you be a part of the new and exciting growth the city is experiencing today. Supporting business, community, and the teams, San Benito Chamber of Commerce.
And we're back, ladies and gentlemen, on Rio Sports Live. I'm Alex Espinosa with the boys basketball Hidalgo Pirates and the Port Isabel Tarpons, with Gus Sanchez making a layup to bring it up to 34-19. Unbelievable play of show of offense for the Hidalgo Pirates in the first half. Their defense limited the Port Isabel Tarpons to only 16 points as the layup pass no good and the ball going directly out of bounds. That'll make it in favor of Hidalgo with 7:02 left in the third period as the ball is handed over to the Pirates. Clock starting up. Score right now 34-19. I'd like to remind everybody here on Rio Sports that on Rio Sports Live, if you have friends that are watching us, or if you have friends who want to watch us, they can find us on Facebook or YouTube. All you have to do is look up Rio Sports Live as a foul against the Tarpons is called, and it'll be a direct pass to Kyle, who is hit and fouled. He'll go directly into the charity line. Go ahead. I'm sorry, Jacob, go ahead.
Well, I was just going to say, nice job there, of course. Once again, being physical inside the paint, trying to score for your team, drawing the contact exactly what you want to. Of course, sometimes, well, it is very difficult to hit free throws, but able to do so and draw the contact is, well, exactly what you want to do.
15-point deficit for the Tarpons, and they'll have the ball back, pass directly to Lozano. He's going to try and coordinate a play. He'll drive it off inside the paint. Ball taken away by Sanchez, correction. Sanchez is going to have another layup, and that one is good.
Nice job there, getting the steal and going almost coast to coast there with that layup. Exactly what you want. Sanchez being one of the MVPs of this game so far, just doing the job that, well, he's supposed to do, put on this team for exactly why one of the best players on this team.
Sanchez gets the ball after a pass by Kyle Perales. Perales, speaking of which, inside the paint, couldn't get any open, so I'll pass it back from the key. Pirates trying to find a way to score, and it'll be a direct handoff. Inside the paint is Sanchez. He takes a hit. The ball does not go in, but he will get his chance from the free throw line as the clock stops at around 5:54.
Taking 2 free throws there. And, well, once again, drawing contact, getting to the line. That's what, half the time, that's what your coach asks for. That's what the game plan is intended for sometimes, is just to get yourself to the line and be able to make the free throws as well. As Sanchez makes his first one, so very impressive playing once again by him.
And you saw how high he jumped. He was willing to give it all for his team in order to get those points, and another free throw is up, making him 2 for 2 in the game. Clock starting out, and Port Isabel with the ball. Pinkerton coordinating an attack, going inside, trying to beat Zamorano. Ball high in the air. He is fouled, so he'll get a chance on the free throw line as the clock stops at 5:40. Pinkerton with the free throw attempt, his first of the game. And first one up and no good. Pinkerton fighting with all his heart, trying to. He hasn't been able to score as many points, but he is giving it everything he can for this team. Second one is up. This time it will be good, so it'll make it a 18-point deficit for the Tarpons as the ball goes back to Hidalgo. Fighting it is Zamorano. And pass by Roberto going directly into Gus's arms. Gus trying to find Kyle, but loses the ball and it goes directly out of bounds. Last touched by a Pirate. Or was it a Pirate? They're going to say, no, they're going to say that the Tarpons were the last ones to touch it. So now Hidalgo gets the ball back. With 5:27 and a Foul is called, looks to be against Hidalgo, against Port Isabel. So another free throw attempt for Hidalgo.
Nice job by Sanchez there, able to draw that contact and also just able to receive it. He received it at the same time he was in midair and almost was able to make a chance at, or take a chance at a, well, three-point play basically. Was it making that too and then having a chance at a, well, yeah, just a three-point play, but missing that first free throw.
Would have been a good free throw attempt. Would have been a good field goal for the Pirates, and it would have been great. And substitution, speaking of which, for the Tarpons, as Josue Navarro comes in and fills in for Jason Lowe. Lozano with a three-point attempt, and it almost made it in. Ball recovered by the Pirates as the clock goes down to 5:06. And a fight for the loose ball going out of bounds, and it looks like they're going to call it for Hidalgo.
So Hidalgo will keep the ball. That is the fourth foul against Port Isabel to be exact here. 3 more, and, well, you'll see, once again, Hidalgo high in the bonus. And why I always bring that up, it's so important because, well, anytime your opponents have a chance to go to that bonus line, it's not good because then you start to play from behind. Most likely your team is in foul trouble, and so it just creates problems.
Gus Sanchez with that steal, that rebound. He's going to fight inside, and he will get another one and one.
How about that right there? A chance at a three-point play. Sanchez doing the dirty work as well. Having a chance at that three-point, just having a chance at having 3 points right here, just very impressive.
And he will get 3 points, so that'll make it 43-20. Gus Sanchez already with four 2-point attempts in this game, 2 3-pointers, and counting this free throw, that's 3 for 3 on field goal. I mean, on free throws. Lost my train of thought there for a second. As Port Isabel trying to get a recovery here. Ball misses, but it is rebound. Is the second time the charm. No good. Ball taken away by Gus Sanchez. Sanchez is fouled. Oh, well, he's hit by Port Isabel, so it's a foul against Port Isabel. And it looks like it's going to go onto the floor.
Will still be on the floor. It is the 6th foul. And we'll just, once again, Hidalgo just executing everything perfectly here. 23-point lead, getting a steal there and making, well, Port Isabel have to foul him.
And another foul. Looks like that one's going to be against Port Isabel. No, correction, Hidalgo. That's an offensive foul, and Pinkerton will have the ball back. And in the meantime, substitutions as Sanchez is going to take a little rest. Coming in to fill in. In the meantime, we'll see if Pinkerton, Lozano, and his team can find a way to instigate a comeback, being down by only 23 points. As ball is taken down the middle. Pinkerton inside the paint. He's going to fight for the layup, and that one's going to be no good, but they do get their own rebound, and that rebound and point is good. Kevin Cerda with the 2 points.
Second chance point right there. Makes him down 21. Foul call. That's going to be on the floor, but now it will be a 1-on-1. Or check that actually. Yes, no, a 1-on-1. It looked like for a second there it was going to be a jump ball, but ended up being a 1-on-1.
And Angel Lopez will be the one for the 3 free throw attempts. This will be his first ones of the match. First one up for Lopez and swooshed right in. Hidalgo fans loving it, making it 44-22 with more substitutions for Port Isabel. And something you mentioned early on in the first half was the substitutions being a factor, and right now Hidalgo playing most of their bench, trying to rest their players up, and they know that they have the bodies to bring in fresh players and give their starters a rest. Heck, we'll see how Port Isabel is able to handle it. As that 2-pointer is good.
Nice jumper there. Exactly what Port Isabel not only needed, but something that they can really benefit from. Now, you saw in that first half how Port Isabel were going for kind of a full court press after they scored. Now they kind of backed off from that, and it's kind of showing the effects that Hidalgo High are taking advantage of just scoring right after and answering, of course, to keep their lead about 22.
And they're not from the 3 points or anything. They're not from beyond the arc or anything. They're all from inside the paint in the post, and that's what's going to be hindering. That's what's going to be killing Port Isabel in the long run, because while yes, you're right, they are scoring, it's also Hidalgo is scoring back, and the more they score, the bigger their lead gets. As Kevin Perales gets a jumper, no good. Clock going to 2:20 as the ball is recovered by Port Isabel, and that's Caden Martinez with the ball, trying to fight off Angel Lopez. Lopez not giving him anything. He's going to fight for a jumper, no good, but the ball is rebounded, and that is Freoy Martinez.
Second chance effort right there, and then able to get that one to fall for Martinez. Now he's on that free throw line with a chance at another, well, three-point play here. And one right there, and guess what? They're down by 20. This can cut it back to the teens. A very impressive kind of turnaround, but we did see that in the ladies game where Port Isabel, we saw live from them cutting the lead, and then Hidalgo would come right back and go on a bit of a run. So Port Isabel have to make sure that they don't do that.
Port Isabel's going to try and take the ball away as fast as possible. Whistle is blown. Looks like they're going to call a timeout by Hidalgo, as you are right. Now that you think about it, it's no longer a 20-point lead. It's only a 19-point lead, and it can go down, can go lower than that if Port Isabel is able to take advantage of it.
Exactly there, timeout called, and this has been exciting for sure. Both teams really playing well out the stretch. It's still a third quarter, a minute 58 remaining, so there is plenty of time for, well, Port Isabel to get a bit of a run going for sure and just execute their game plan, maybe try and make a full court press. Now, yes, like we talked about, Hidalgo have been able to get past that full court press, but it's been very impressive there. Before we went to that timeout, Port Isabel wanted a travel call there, did not get it, and it will stay with Hidalgo after that timeout.
Ball taken by Hidalgo, going across court, trying to run down and stretch that clock. Remember that in fouls, Port Isabel is already at 7, so it is bonuses if Hidalgo gets fouled. And ball tipped, but it is recovered. Ball high into the air by Roberto. He's got it. Can he get inside the paint? He's going to fight it. It's taken away, and they're going to call foul against Port Isabel. The fans of Port Isabel are not liking it. And now onto the paint is going to be Roberto.
And on the free throw line with a chance at a 1-and-1. So just, well, impressive play there. Not able to get the, well, just not able to get the strip. Sometimes, of course, you make that contact. The ref, it's in his judgment, his or her judgment to make that call, and they did. So it's a very fair call indeed. Trying for that three, though, not able to get that one to fall.
Martinez's swish attempt is no good, and the ball going back directly into Zamorano's arms. Trying to find someone to pass it to, and he will find the other Zamorano.
Remember, it's still a 19-point ball game. All Port Isabel have to do is play great defense right here and not allow any second chance efforts or maybe even get a turnover.
Clock ticking down to 1 minute, and ball taken by Ray Martinez. Zamorano passes it to the left. Hidalgo keeping the ball away, taking some very good clock out, as that's already a minute they've killed.
Yeah, exactly what I was going to say right there. They're just playing to the advantage of the clock. That's something that you can do. And it was a travel violation. Good call there. But something to also mention in high school is no shot clock. And I think that no shot clock in high school is fine. But, of course, some people think, well, maybe you should have a 32-second shot clock in high school basketball. What would you think?
given how well the offense is playing for Hidalgo and how they're able to keep the ball away, I think they should add a shot clock, especially for the varsity team, because that would make the game a lot more interesting and force the Hidalgo Pirates to try and score and risk losing the ball in the rebound fights.
I definitely agree there, for sure. And as that jump ball was called, it will stay with, well, Hidalgo. And now, of course, still a 19-point game, still 28.8 seconds. And plenty of time for Hidalgo to get this lead back up to 20.
Zamorano with the ball. And it's going to be a striking pass to Roberto. They're going to pass it outside the key. 20 seconds left in the third period. And looks like all they're gonna do is try and get that last play. Another foul against Port Isabel, and that'll go directly into the free throw as they are in bonuses.
13.5 seconds now up for 2 free throws. And Hidalgo as a team, to me, have been pretty good from behind the line for those free throw attempts. Now, of course, look at this. Port Isabel have 9 fouls against them. One more foul, and it's automatically 2 free throws. Right now it's just a 1-1, and that's very important to think, because guess what? This will be a live ball once it hits the rim.
Zamorano for his first free throw attempt, and that one is going to be up and good. He gets one more shot, and we'll see if this one goes to make it a 48-27. Right now, back in the 20s, and they want to fight it back into the teens, and it's a 21-point deficit for Port Isabel.
Just like that. You got it back up, intercepted, a nice job there. And, well, once full court pressing works out a treat.
Looks like a timeout is called by the Hidalgo Pirates, as the team being playing terrifically in terms of turnovers, doing what they can and playing a very safe offense now that I think about it, not going and risking any more three-pointers, just playing keep away, playing hot potato, keep it away from Port Isabel. That's going to be the strategy for Coach Gus Sanchez.
Most definitely agree there. And, well, 6.9 seconds, just hold for that last shot and go on to the fourth quarter and play basketball, just execute that game plan once again, because a 21-point lead is great, but at the same time, if, let's say, Port Isabel go on, I don't know, a 10-0 run in the start of this fourth quarter, then it will become a very close game. And guess what? The momentum will be with Port Isabel, so they'll play even more fierce, and anything can happen from them.
That is a good point to bring out, Jacob, and especially with how big this game actually is in terms of district play. Both Port Isabel and Hidalgo are tied for first place in men's basketball, both undefeated in the district. Sanchez with a free throw attempt, no good, as the buzzer is beaten, and that'll take us directly to the fourth period, where Hidalgo and Port Isabel will conclude their match of District 32 4A. Winner here will get automatic first place in district, and will be one game. The loser will be one game behind in district. I'm Alex Espinosa with Jacob as my color analyst, Bert Ruiz as my camera operator. We'll take a quick break here. We'll take a quick break here.
Men, start the new year off right. Alpha Men's Primary Care wants to remind all men it's time for your annual physical. Call to schedule an appointment. It's about the body, mind, and emotion. Stop feeling sluggish, having no energy, or being stressed. Alpha Men's Healthcare believes in a holistic approach to your overall health. Even if you have low testosterone, diabetes, high blood pressure, or gained weight, let Alpha Men's Primary Care help you increase your energy, stamina, endurance, and quality of life. Start feeling young again. Alpha Men's Primary Care is changing the way men's healthcare is done.
Everyone's a winner at Kano Auto Sales 2 in Harlingen. Choose from a wide selection and score big today on West Expressway 83.
Right now, how about this 2017 Alfa Romeo Giulia, loaded up with power everything, a rear camera, dual climate, and today it's yours, $1,000 down and just $450 a month. Or how about this, a 2014 Ford Mustang at 48,000 miles, leather seats, a shaker sound system, aftermarket exhaust, steering wheel controls, and a 5.0-liter engine. $23,999 today.
Financing is available with lending for all types. Every deal's a winner at Kano Auto Sales 2, in business since 2002, Harlingen, Texas.
And we're back, ladies and gentlemen, for the fourth period of boys basketball here in District 4, 32 4A. I'm Alex Espinosa with Jacob as my color analyst, Bert Ruiz is my camera operator. Thank you for joining us here on Rio Sports Live for this coverage of the Hidalgo Pirates and the Port Isabel Tarpons here at the Hidalgo Gymnasium, with Hidalgo leading it 40-27. And it may look like a big deficit, but in reality, and Jacob pointed out that if anything, just a couple of more points and they'll be down in the teens. And if that's the case, then Port Isabel will still have a chance to be able to win this game. This game is important for district play, as the winner here will have sole possession of District 32 4A for the time being. The loser here will be one game behind, and that will be crucial, especially for how well all these teams are playing.
Exactly. And right there, we see a quick foul that will be on the floor, on the floor, but it's going to be a double bonus now, just about.
That marks 10 fouls for Port Isabel in this first half. They had 7 in the second half. They had 7 in the first half, and now you're right. This will be double points for the Hidalgo Pirates, so they score one and they'll get a second one no matter what. First one, no good. They'll get a second chance, as the score right now, 48-27. Should the Pirates score here, that'll make it a 22-point deficit. And Roberto's second shot attempt is good. That makes it 49-27, with Hidalgo leading it. 6:37 left in the match. Port Isabel doing whatever they can. They're going to try and instigate a comeback. Will they go for threes or will they go for layups? And they will go for a layup for this one. And that'll make the score 29-49, only 20 points now. So they're getting close, back into the teens, but they're going to need a little bit more to just get themselves back into this hole, to get out of this hole.
Exactly. Urgency is big right here. Get a quick turnover or something like that. Really just force Hidalgo to take a quick shot, because as we talked about, no shot clock. There's a turnover right there, just as I'm talking about it.
Lozano. And Lozano with that layup, but now without the help of Pinkerton, who had that turnover against Sanchez. He lost the ball, and they were able to recover it.
That urgency right there, kind of, well, yes, you want to play man-to-man defense just to make sure, almost a turnover there, but really just not allowing Hidalgo High to waste as much time as possible. Almost had a chance to shoot there. I got stolen.
Second turnover in a row for Port Isabel. They're going to fight it, trying to go into the right side. Looking for someone open. That's Pinkerton. He's going to cut inside into the paint. He loses the ball, but he will get to keep it because it was touched by a Pirate.
Last touched by the Pirates of Hidalgo High. 5:23 remaining here. And now, of course, with, well, just trying to find an opening inside of the paint, you'll probably see, if I had to guess, once they break, one of them drop back, and, well, actually, they're already inbounds. But now, of course, sense of urgency, get a quick shot off and make sure that it's a good one, too.
Pinkerton fighting Zamorano, spinning into the paint, and that one no good, but the layup is good, but the rebound goes to a layup.
Second chance effort. Perfect one to be put in there by Martinez.
And that makes it a 16-point deficit now for Port Isabel, and they scored, and I believe that's correct, that's 4 points in 1 minute. Let's see if they can score a little bit faster. Gus Sanchez has the ball, and we'll see if they're going to try and keep the ball away from them, trying to prevent any turnovers. Sanchez keeping the ball himself. He is fouled from behind. Going directly into the charity line for Hidalgo, and that's something you need to avoid, as you emphasize, Jacob.
Exactly. Yeah, that foul right there was not necessarily great, but it was something that, well, you need to keep just away from. Play a bit smarter basketball for sure, because now, of course, well, you talk about Daniel, another foul, basically having a chance at, well, maybe having to sit down and be subbed out because of that.
Lozano with a good layup. That one is missed, but Pinkerton is able to recover. The rebound is going to go in. And is that going to count as a 1? Yes, it will.
It will count as a 2, a chance for a 3-point play right here. A nice job there by Pinkerton. Pinkerton just, of course, well, you draw that contact, you get those extra shots. And boom, a three-point play just like that.
A three-point play, turning it down into a 14-point deficit. They started out at 16 after that free throw attempt, so now it's all going good for Port Isabel. Can the Pirates limit the success of Port Isabel? Another turnover! The ball going directly into the Tarpons. A layup attempt, and it's no good, but will they rebound it back? They will not. A fight for the loose ball. Pinkerton tries to fight it. No good. Taken away. Kyle has the ball all the way from the right side. And a whistle is blown. Clock stopping at 4:14. Unbelievable excitement. Had that been a score, everybody would have gone crazy, as that would have been the third turnover in the last 2 minutes of this match.
Exactly, and that intensity right there from Port Isabel makes you wonder what it would have been like if they had played with, well, almost more intensity just like that and been able to score and maybe limit this Hidalgo high Pirate team from the start.
Whistle blown again at foul against Pinkerton. Man marks his fourth foul by him.
And that's very interesting. You talk about that, 4 fouls right there. I believe 6 fouls, and you are fouled out or just around there. And start to think maybe Pinkerton will have to go to the bench and sit out for a bit. But there are 4 minutes, 8 seconds remaining, so he could, if he doesn't get his 5th foul, he could stay on the floor.
Pinkerton had already had to go to the bench once because of the fouls, and that was back in the first period, and I'm pretty sure he would not want to go back there. He wants to help his team instigate that comeback. He'll have the ball at the left corner. From behind the 3 going inside, he'll find a wide open from the right. It'll be a jumper, and that one is good for 2 points. Back to a 14-point deficit.
Nice quick 2-pointer there, but once again, that intensity, trying for that full court press. They need a turnover fast, but that's not exactly what Port Isabel would like to happen.
That was a good play from the get-go. I mean, they saw that Perales was open from the beginning. No one was covering him. He called his number, and they took a risk on him. And, oh, man!
No shot there. What a charge. Talk about taking initiative and just being able to plant your feet. And just, wow, a fantastic play to not allow Port Isabel to have any advantage.
Pinkerton going directly into the bench now, and now he'll be subbed out. Perales running the clock down to 3:21, keeping the ball from the left side, going directly to Roberto, then Zamorano in the middle. Zamorano is trying to find someone open, and he'll go into Sanchez. 3:09 left in the 4th period. Sanchez spinning, looking, trying to find a wide open player to run down the clock or at least find a way to score. He loses the ball, touched by the shoe of another player of Hidalgo, and that one goes out of bounds. So Port Isabel gets the ball back with around 2:55 left in this match. Lozano hasn't had to go to the bench at all, playing everything he's got, going for a high arcing pass on the right corner, and that 3-point attempt is going to be short. On the rebound is Kyle Perales, and Sanchez gets the ball.
Smart play, though, by Port Isabel right there. A wide open 3. Just rims in and out. Unlucky to not be able to fall there because it was a good release, in my opinion. So just a bit unlucky. But now, of course, talk about it once again, Hidalgo are going to try and run out this clock as Sanchez, you see where he's at. Basically, doesn't need to do anything except maybe, of course, pass the ball every once in a while.
Makes you kind of wish there was a shot clock now, doesn't it?
Exactly, but what a block there. It was an easy 2-pointer, and just Port Isabel able to block it, come from behind and block it, trying for a 2 rebound. No good, though.
Good effort by Lozano to try and get a score for his team, and good effort by the other Tarpons trying to get that rebound. No good. Clock going down to 1:40, and Sanchez has the ball, being challenged up front. Finding a wide open player, that's Zamorano from the left near the UIL. Payton, ball taken away. Ball tipped high into the air, and it's chicken legged out of bounds. Are they going to call it against Hidalgo? Let's see. And it looks like they're going to call it against Hidalgo. The ball is given back to the Tarpons, and the ball rolling to around 1:37 left in this match.
Nice play there. Now, of course, Port Isabel has to score as fast as possible. And, of course, good foul as he will be. That is a tee. How about that right there? And that's going to be free throws on the ball.
That marks it 10 fouls for Port Isabel, 5 for Hidalgo, and a free play now for Port Isabel. Let's see if they can get this point and get momentum back on their side, being down by only about 14 points. Correction, make that 16 points. Daniel Reuza, first one up and good. That'll make the score 54 to 39. And you can hear the stands rumbling, trying to create pressure on Port Isabel. Ball high into the air, and this one is almost in.
Rimmed in and out, and now it will be Port Isabel ball right after that technical foul. Or check that actually now. It's the original free throws here. Because that will still be behind the line because it will be Port Isabel ball after this.
And Will Camacho will be the one to have his free throw. He hasn't had a free throw yet in this match. The fans of Hidalgo rumbling the seats, and that one is going to be good. So now back to a 14-point deficit. They're going to have another shot at this, and they will get the ball back. Will Camacho get his second attempt, make it a good 2 for 2, and that one is swooshed right in. It's good. 15-point correction, 13 points down.
13-point deficit. Timeout called by Port Isabel, so they'll talk it over, and wow, what have we just witnessed right here?
Well, we witnessed several fouls. We witnessed a technical foul. We've witnessed some unbelievable three-pointers. We've witnessed some turnovers and a possible comeback because they're only down by 13. At the half, they were down by, if memory serves me well, 20, 22, or 21. They're down. Now they're not down as much.
Exactly, yeah. 54-41 to score. 1 minute, 28 seconds. That's the only problem. Time is against them. Urgency, physicality, everything has to be done for Port Isabel if they want this comeback. Now, of course, if you're Hidalgo High, you're going to want to waste as much time as possible. You'll probably get fouled a couple of times and go back to the free throw line. But, of course, once again, Port Isabel, we've already seen, I believe, one player not coming back into the game because of foul trouble. So that's a main factor. That is what Hidalgo High are kind of working with is, well, they'll have, if Port Isabel basically fouls, they're putting themselves in more trouble than if they were with Hidalgo.
And Lozano gets his layup, and unbelievable. That's a series of 7 points in a row, and the ball went out of bounds. They're going to say Port Isabel, they're getting the ball back again. Correction. The excitement went to me. Never mind, Hidalgo gets the ball back.
Exactly. Port Isabel thought that they deserved that ball, as that's why we kind of heard that eruption right there. But now it is Hidalgo High able to get out of that full court press there, and that's always key. Talk about a team that can do that. That's why they've had success. Now a foul called, and they'll be shooting two.
And the foul's not going to help them here for the Port Isabel Tarpons, as that's just going to lead to another 2 free throw attempts for Hidalgo. And this is the problem when you go into the bonuses, when too many fouls and allowing too many free throws. And this one, no good, but we'll see how the second one works for them.
And that's exactly what I talked about. That's what would most likely happen is you'll see a lot more fouls against the Tarpons for Hidalgo High because of that, with just the time, the urgency, and of course it's only going to hurt Port Isabel more than it's going to help them, in my opinion.
Well, could have been a 10-point deficit for the Tarpons, ends up turning into a 12-point deficit with less than 50 seconds left in the match, and Port Isabel fighting for the ball. Another foul against the Tarpons, and it's going to go straight to the charity line.
And talk about, well, just what we had seen from Port Isabel once again. That momentum can really help them if they kind of build on what they saw late in this fourth quarter, late in this game, even in the half. Well, they can build onto it for the rest of this season, which is awesome because you want that. You just, of course, yes, you're going to most likely lose this game and fall for your first loss in district play, but build off of this and come back and play at home once again for a chance at maybe a co-district title.
I couldn't agree more with you, Jacob, and the schedule is still going on. The show must go on even after this game. Port Isabel will have another chance to get district as they will be playing Hidalgo again on February the 7th. They will have a chance at making this possible co, and a good layup for Port Isabel, not giving up just yet as it's reduced to a 11-point deficit and one.
Exactly. I think the goal right now is to get it to single digits if possible, which would be very, very impressive considering the way that it's been, and it is.
Oh my word, that was a rebound layup, and now it's a 9-point deficit, just as you said, and with that, a timeout called. This is close now. This is getting a little bit closer.
It is a 9-point game with 33.3 seconds remaining. A good timeout called. I believe it was by Port Isabel, if I'm not mistaken. And one thing to mention is, well, you get a quick little turnover or something like that and release a quick three. Well, guess what? You're down by 2 possessions just like that. So it is interesting. I want to believe it's possible, but of course, well, you just never know in sports. But for sure, I think Hidalgo High will still be coming out of this with a victory, but it is getting a bit close in the end.
It's a lot closer than it was in the first period, a lot closer than it was at half, a lot closer than it was at the third period. We'll see how it goes. They're only down by 9 points, so that's 3 3-pointers. The problem is they haven't had much success from beyond the arc and from outside the line. We'll see if they're able to do that. As Hidalgo gets the ball, quick pass inside. Let's see if they'll force a foul. They will not, and it's going to be passed to a wide open player from inside, and it looks like Kyle Parada is going to have a chance for a layup. Will he get it? Yes, he will!
Nice job there. Just once again using your body, and well, he was able to go around from it, and that will be, I believe, a foul. So 1-1 right then.
1-1 for Port Isabel. That's the 8th foul for Hidalgo. 2 more, and then it'll be 2 free throw attempts. This one is going to be for Port Isabel. Should they make both of them, it'll be back to only a 9-point deficit. But with these fouls, it's just going to make it a lot harder. Will Camacho for the free throw attempt. He's already 1 for 2 on this one. Make that 2 for 3. That one going up, and it's now a 10-point deficit. Camacho will get his second chance. Taking a couple of dribbles. 16 seconds left in the match with Port Isabel knocking on the door. And timeout called by Port Isabel.
The thing that I think kind of hurt Port Isabel here, besides, of course, this whole game, was, of course, that last possession where Hidalgo had the ball and were able, of course, this normally will happen when you're kind of full court pressing. You get one of your most likely big men down the court, and well, then they'll be open. And then, of course, you basically pass it to them, and 9 times out of 10, they'll be able to score. So that's exactly what happened there. That's why it went back to an 11-point ball game. But, of course, at least they didn't necessarily foul. Now, could they have fouled? Probably, but it might have hurt them more.
And it will hurt them a lot more, especially if they're not able to get anything in this match and they force another free throw. Let's say they don't get it, then in that case, let's say they don't get a shot and they have to force a free throw. If they miss those points, then they basically shot themselves in the foot for nothing. They need to find a way to be able to limit the fouls, create some more turnovers, just as they did in that last quarter of the fourth period, where they had 2 turnovers in a row, leading to 4 straight points. As the ball goes back directly into Hidalgo, they'll take it on the floor with some substitutions coming in. Hidalgo running out of time, have to pass it fast. They throw it deep, finding a wide open player. The clock will start with 14 seconds left in the match. Spinning around, trying to find someone open, forcing a foul, and they will as well go back into the free throws. And free throw attempt for Hidalgo. Should they get 2, it'll be back to an 11-point deficit, and they'll be basically back in the cycle that they were in the last minutes.
Well, guess who they fouled, though? It's Angel Lopez. Angel Lopez, well, missed that free throw, but he's been pretty good all around from this game. So one of the players that's impressed me for sure, but just Angel Lopez getting fouled could make the second free throw, make it back to a double-digit game.
Angel Lopez helping that team out. That one no good, but it is rebounded almost taken away by the Pirates, and they'll have one shot. That's the Tarpons with one shot for a three-pointer. That one going high and good!
Right at
That'll
the buzzer.
end it.
Nice job there. A way to end a game. And of course, yes, it was, to be fair, Hidalgo High gave them everything that they could handle. A nice job by Hidalgo High of getting that victory, but just never say die from Port Isabel. That is what I will say there.
I agree. Never die, Port Isabel. As you said in the men's and in the ladies basketball game, you live and die at the 3. And that 3 by Daniel was unbelievable. It may not have helped them win the game, but a great momentum shift for their next game, and they will need it when they face Rio Hondo, one of the toughest opponents they could face in the district. I have to admit, good game for the Hidalgo Pirates. That they continue to be undefeated in district. They get first place for the time being. What do you say of Gus Sanchez in his performance against the Port Isabel Tarpons?
Gus Sanchez he was just an all-around MVP of this game for sure. Able to make it from 3 and score, help his team turn the ball over on defense, and just do everything to really just help his team out. Very impressive once again. Just, of course, a couple of other players too. It was a whole team effort, but in the end, yes, there's always that one player that will stand out just a bit more, and for sure it was Gus Sanchez.
Oh, I couldn't agree more. Aside from Gus Sanchez, Angel Lopez, A.B. Casas, all of them doing good. Kyle Perales also with his layups and playing down in the paint. Terrific play. Overall, good team effort. I would have to say this was a great performance by the Hidalgo Pirates. Port Isabel, they have a long way to go, but I do see the potential in them and them able to being the score late. Just limit on those fouls. That's all I would have to say for them.
Yeah, I couldn't agree more.
Well, Jacob, thank you again for helping us here tonight. I'd like to thank Bert Ruiz as well as helping us with our camera. I'd like to also thank John Fuentes for helping us. From all of us here on Rio Sports Live, our executive producer, Joe Bowling, I'm Alex Espinosa signing off from an incredible matchup of District 32 4A basketball.